Hello and welcome to my lesson plan. In this lesson, students were to select a job and find that job's annual salary, and then from the salary, the monthly income. And they were also to find a house and figure out how much it would cost for them to pay off a 15-year mortgage loan versus a 30-year mortgage loan. But they start off with an iPad by scanning the QR code, writing down how much a master plumber would make each month and what 25% of that monthly income would be. They would then be given an example of buying a $240,000 home and finding how much it would cost for a 15-year and a 30-year mortgage payment. And this would be done using the mortgage calculator. They would take their iPad and scan this QR code for that mortgage calculator. On the second page, the students were to choose two of their own jobs, and they were to scan this QR code right up here, which goes to payscale.com and gives them the average of the two jobs of their choice. And they would then write down all the information needed for those two, and then select a house somewhere in Smyrna, which is where my school is located. And they would then write down all the required information for those houses. Now, as I was going through this lesson, I discovered that there are a lot of instructions with this. Most of the information I found said to teach students about credit cards. That'd be the best way to introduce students to interest and payments. But I really wanted to try something challenging, and I really did. So the product of what the students were to make was they were to make a Spark presentation, a Flipgrid, or they were to use PowerPoint. And I want to go through some of those examples of what I made. The first job I chose was a mail courier. I chose this because I like working outside. A mail courier makes $51,409 a year on average. This means that the average monthly income is $4,282. And then they would, at the end, they would talk about what they learned. The 30 years less. I had no idea that you could save so much money by choosing a 15-year loan. Though the monthly payments are higher, if I don't have the monthly income, I wouldn't be able to afford the 15-year mortgage. And they could also choose to do a Flipgrid presentation as well. $49, and the monthly income is $5,987. So the nurse clearly makes some more money than the post office does, but that's a lot of money. But the post office, the mail courier makes. All right, the house that I found was a house in Smyrna, not too far from the Brave Stadium, 3-bedroom, about $250,000. And when I did the two... And they could also choose a PowerPoint presentation to put all the information on, and then record their voice in the into the PowerPoint itself. As I was doing this project, I realized that there really is a huge difference between the 15-year mortgage and the 30-year mortgage. It's a substantial amount of money. As I did this project, I discovered that there were way too many instructions required for this. My sixth graders were really kind of lost most of the time. They were kind of frustrated with it, and they really struggled through it. There were too many details needed, and the mortgage calculator required. There were too many things that they could put in incorrectly. And the students had to be taught how to use the technology, and that took a lot of extra time. They enjoyed it once they learned how to use it, but to get to that stage of being able to implement it effectively took much more time than I thought it was going to. And I definitely would have done, to do this over, I would say do credit cards. Credit cards are a bit more simpler to understand than a mortgage payment. But again, I wanted to try something challenging, and I really almost bit off more than I could chew, but it helped having a co-teacher and some academic coaches that could help out.